Hey guys, DP Gaming here. Today I'm bringing you a first impressions video on the new support sniper, Ana. She was just released to Overwatch. I've had a chance to play her a little bit. It's a little bit difficult finding a game right now where half of the people aren't playing her. But the few games that I have been able to really play her in a proper team setting, she's been a lot of fun. She's a very different character in the sense that her main weapon not only damages enemies but also heals allies. Her main weapon, the biotic sniper rifle, does a pretty decent amount of damage. I noticed that it takes a few well-placed shots to kill a squishy. For example, other Anas were taking about 2 shots to the upper body to kill. One interesting thing about it is its damage over time. So essentially someone could out-heal the damage that you're putting out. But again, she's not focused on doing damage. She's more of a do a little bit of damage, fire support, but also heal your teammates at the same time. Another downfall to using her as a offensive hero is the fact that teammates can actually get in your way. Rather than dealing damage to the enemies, you will hit your allies and heal them instead. But if you truly want to just do damage, you shouldn't be playing Ana anyways. Her damage is okay, but nothing compared to the other snipers. The reason you play her is for long-range support and to heal up your allies as well as buff them. One thing I noticed about Ana, though, is it can be a bit difficult to aim with her. You gotta get used to her, just like any other sniper. I feel like she's a little bit easier, though, to hit shots than, say, Widowmaker or Hanzo, but that's just me, personally. I'm not really a good sniper. I don't aim that well, so this is probably not a hero that I would play a ton of, but she's definitely good in the right situation. Her kit comes with plenty of utility. She has a sleeping dart, which is a single target skill. It'll put anyone you hit to sleep for a couple of seconds. This is incredibly useful for enemies that are stationary, big threats, anyone who's about to use an ult. To sum it up, it's a very powerful move, but again requires good aiming on your part to make sure that you hit the correct target. Ana also comes equipped with a biotic grenade. Biotic grenade has a couple different uses. When used on allies, it heals them and also increases any healing that they receive. This is very useful for when you have another healer on your team, for example Soldier 76. Because his biotic field covers a small area, you can throw your biotic grenade on top of it and increase the healing done to all of your allies. When used on an enemy, it both deals damage and negates any healing that they receive. In essence, this counters Soldier 76. If he throws down a biotic field, you can easily just throw your biotic grenade into the group of enemies and stop all healing done to them. So basically, Ana counters the enemy Soldier 76 while also synergizing with your own. Ana's ultimate is Nano Boost. Nano Boost is a single target ability that targets one of her allies that temporarily makes your ally move faster, deals more damage, and it'll make them take less damage from enemy attacks. It's an incredibly powerful ability that can pretty much make anyone an unstoppable force. If you can get this onto one of the better players on your team, they can really do a lot of work with it. For example, I was playing with a Genji earlier who was really doing a lot of work, and every time I put it on him, he would go in and destroy the enemy team without an issue. I know that this move will be extremely powerful in pushes or, when someone on your team is just doing really well, and you want to make sure that they continue to do well, play Ana and get this ult on them and keep it on him as often as possible. One downside to Ana is she really doesn't have any mobility. She doesn't have Widowmaker's rope or any kind of wall climbing ability to help her get into position, so she's a little bit limited in where she can place herself, which makes it a bit difficult to find a spot where you can heal your allies and stay safe. That's unfortunately one of the risks of playing her. Thankfully, you do have the sleeper dart, so if you do find yourself in trouble, you might be able to get out of it. I would not recommend Ana to beginners. She's very reliant on your aim. If you cannot hit your allies, she is pretty much useless. But that's going without saying, given that she is a sniper. I think she's a very unique character, and it definitely fills in that void for long-range supports. Yeah, you had Zenyatta, but Zenyatta is very squishy, and he's pretty much required to be in or around your team to use his full effectiveness because of his ult. But with Ana can pretty much do all of her healing and damage from extremely far away. She does pretty good damage against squishies and can be annoying against tanks, but she's definitely not at the top of any damage chart. I would say Zenyatta can do a little bit more damage. He's probably better at taking out squishies, but overall, Ana still does decent damage given that she is a support. I would personally pick Ana on any assault maps or payload maps that allow you to really see the enemy from afar and allow you to stay out of harm's way. A couple of maps that I see her working well on is King's Row, as well as Watchpoint Gibraltar. These maps have long corridors and lend themselves to a more snipery playstyle. I think that she wouldn't do as well as a support on any control point maps. I just feel that she'd be too close to the action at pretty much all times, that she wouldn't be able to be used to her full potential. She doesn't really have a lot of damage up close. Her only real way of escaping danger up close is through her biotic dart and running away. But with the lack of mobility, if an enemy's up close, you're pretty much screwed anyways. Overall, Ana is a very fun character to play. I know that she's going to have a long learning curve. She's definitely going to take a couple of games to get used to and to find exactly where good spots to set up are, what allies are good to buff, and so on and so forth. But my first impression is that she is a fun character and she will definitely be useful in the right hands. But for the beginners and anyone who really isn't that great at aiming, I would stay away from her. She's really not the character for you. But if you enjoy sniping and if you enjoy helping out your team through buffs, then she is the perfect character for you. Thank you guys for watching. This is actually my first video on YouTube. I'm trying to make the channel somewhat big. First I'm going to focus on Overwatch, and then hopefully I can expand to more games. But I can only do that with your guys' help. If you could leave a like and a comment and say what you liked, what you didn't like, and what I can improve on so I can make future videos better, it would be greatly appreciated. Thank you and have a great day.